Everyone, my name's Sarah Alsis, and I'm going to do some interrupted sutures. And I've learned with practicing some of these sutures that for some reason I like the reverse throw or the reverse suture that our first video kind of talked about. I don't know why, but it just seems to kind of go a little bit easier for me. So I've got my needle on my needle driver in the reverse fashion. We're going to go in at a 90-degree angle. And then go through, pull through. I've also noticed that with practice that when I'm tying stitches, I've noticed that if you keep the stationary hand that is holding your needle drivers still, when you kind of pull through your knots, sometimes they don't get caught up on your needle driver as bad. And if you just pull with one hand, you get a better kind of pull through. So there's one, and I'll cut that off and do a few more. I've also noticed, I don't know if I do my stitches a little too tight or if it's just because it's this kind of gel pad skin, but it always seems to kind of pull, like there's some tension on it, and I don't know if it's because the gel pad truly isn't anchored like true skin would be. So I've been trying to kind of like not pull as much as I would think I would. And I also don't know if it's easier or not the correct way to kind of go through the same, go through simultaneously, but I find with doing the reverse throws that a little bit easier that way. And just do a couple reverse stitches. And we'll cut those edges off as well. I have tried to do those deep buried stitches, but I don't know if the gel pad is the best mechanism for that, because again, it really wouldn't hold together. And I don't know if it was because, like with here, I tried here to try to do some deep stitches. I undermined, but it really wasn't pulling through. So definitely a technique I need to kind of work on is those deep stitches. So enter at a 90, flick of the wrist. Pull through. Do initial double knot. And tie off those edges, cut off those edges. I'll try and do one more for good measure. I've noticed no matter how close, unless I do the stitches really close on this gel pad, there always seems to be kind of gaping spots in the middle, and I don't know, or in between them, so I don't know if it's the gel pad or the technique or kind of what it is, but I think we'll learn more next week at our intensive. So one more, pull through. Do a double knot. And reverse. And there we go. Cut off the excess. And those are a few interrupted sutures.